What's up everybody, it's just Steve here and welcome to our very first playthrough of Whatever Entertainment. So I'm a big fan of RPGs, so I decided to start with Final Fantasy 6. Now I did do some streaming and whatnot with this when we were still TWG, but I wanted to redo it with the PC version because it had updated graphics and I thought it'd be nicer. And using the PC version, you guys will be able to hear the sound a whole lot better. So you may see the continue thing here, so I've been playing around with it and whatnot, but we're going to start a very new game. And I will let you know each time I upload a video to YouTube if it has commentary or not, because sometimes I just can't do commentary, be it family or just maybe not feeling up to it. And these will not have webcam as well, just for the sake of I don't want to show my face all the time. So without further ado, let's get started. Obviously, I can do more commentary on these types of video games because there's no voice acting. But in certain cases, I still be quiet so you can get the sense of what's going on with the music and the setting. So. Now in Japan, this was formerly known as Final Fantasy 3, but once it came to the States, it was Final Fantasy 6. A lot of confusion in the early days of Final Fantasy on which Final Fantasy was which number, but for the sake of this is 6 in America. I like how right in the beginning they set her up as being a very powerful person, but she's controlled. So it's interesting to see how she's controlled, which you obviously find out throughout storyline progression. I like the steampunk feel of this game. It mixes like medieval, but with steampunk at the same time. This is a really cool introduction with them walking, and for the Super Nintendo at the time, it was a very advanced like graphic setting. But I'm not gonna sit through the whole thing because it takes a hot minute, so I'm gonna let it sit for a few seconds, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and skip over to the game. Very good intro music too, by the way. Of all the things, Final Fantasy VI has been deemed as one of the best Final Fantasies due to the music, graphics, storyline, and its character progression. I mean, everything was hitting check marks that you can think of that would make an RPG a good RPG. At this part of the game, you can't really do anything but go forward, so don't even try to like go off to other places. I've never beat this game all the way through. I've played to certain points here and there over the last like 15 years, so I do know some things. I'll give my insight on it, but don't expect a full-in like analysis of what's going on. Now, right off the bat, you can just hit him with anything and it's going to kill him. So, I mean, I wouldn't even worry about it unless you want to see the visual of what a thunder beam or a fire beam or missiles look like. But if you want to just progress, just basically hit the X button until we're dead. I'm not trying to show off some different ones, but the guy's so fast that probably won't be able to see him until we get like a boss fight. It's not really much difference. It's just a beam with a different color or a different graphic of sort. Like I said, it's the first part. You literally just walk straight forward. I'm not even sure Banisher does. I don't know if I ever picked that one. I guess it banishes them from the playing field. Sorry if you hear me drinking or anything. The mic picks up a lot of things. See, at this point, the woman you play as doesn't even have a name. I mean, that's how worthless she is as a human being to these people. She's purely like a fighting machine, that's it. The buttons. I'm using a PS4 controller to play on the PC, and it can be kind of hard for the buttons to function correctly. I mean, you will have to heal once or twice, but nothing too much to worry about. Excuse me. There's not much to learn here, but I think, does she have it? Yeah, so you can just cure everybody. Save. Like I said, I played into it a little bit, about 2 hours or so. I was doing some recording, but I didn't really like the way it was going, so I decided to start over. That way I can give you guys the best I can with my videos. And remember to follow us at Whatever Entertainment on Twitch, and at we_entertain. There's our Twitter, because Whatever Entertainment was already taken, so we had to kind of mess around with it until we can get something that fits. And our YouTube channel is Whatever Entertainment. This fight is super easy as long as you do it right. Just kind of take your time and make sure you don't go in his shell before you attack. Gork. Just needs to chill for a minute. He can defend until he comes back out. Sorry, I was answering a message. That should kill him, I think. Oh, maybe one more hit. Oh, see, like that. Now we're gonna get hit hard. Oh, we also survived it. Alright, just go back to defending. It's a rinse and repeat kind of process. Like you don't want to do thunder. This thing's being a butt, ain't it? This should be it. There we go. So 3 Magitech missiles usually takes care of him, plus a normal attack from each of the other guys. They're not very hard at all. You shouldn't die on this one, but I mean, I've seen it happen. I love it talks about combat after you don't fought your first boss fight. Like, what's the point? The graphics really help show what Esper actually looks like. Because, I mean, the graphics wasn't the greatest. Obviously, it was 16-bit. So you couldn't really tell which each Esper was until you got up close on it. This music's just creepy. But once again, it's masterfully done for the scene and the tension. And the fact that the thing just does a Thanos finger snap for these guys. It's insane. That's gotta be some mean power. See, now you know why she didn't say anything. She just did as she was told. They actually had a contraption that made her into a mindless slave. And she has amnesia now from the pain of it making her do what they wanted her to do. Which is a horrible thing to think. I'm just gonna keep all the names normal for now. I don't like really changing the names up because I think it takes away from like the character and the story. I like how right off the bat, like you're not even 20 minutes to the game, and it's like you gotta move. You know, crap's going down. The dreaded wrench. It's like a desperation act when they're about to die. If you hear any noise in the background, like I said, my mic picks up a lot of things, and I have family walking around doing things. I can't always keep it completely out of my streams, unfortunately, but that's just real life. See what, you won't always throw that wrench at the end of it, so it definitely helps you. And then the original version, Phoenix was spelled like the Phoenix, like Phoenix the cat, F-E-N-I-X, which always made me laugh pretty good. That's one mean translation. I guess got a dang wrench. Ooh, nice block. And I'm getting low in health, but you're not in this part for very long. So I mean, you just jump over to abilities and heal yourself. No biggie. But do make sure you pick up your chest, because you don't come back to this part for a while. Dirty rats. Also, if you're hearing jingling, my cat has a bell on its collar, so she moves around a lot. Obviously, she's running on adrenaline, so the crown obviously did a lot of damage to her. Now we're introduced to one of the iconic Final Fantasy villains. I call him Kefka. I'm not sure how everyone pronounces it. Some say Kefka. That sounds weird. So with Kefka. This is kind of going back to when Biggs and Wedge talked about her killing 50 soldiers. So basically using her as a magic machine to roll over everybody. So now you can see why they're so desperate to get her back. This is a lovely face. Yeah, I love how his name's Locke. You see, even they know about who she is, so she's doing a lot of damage for the Empire. So I must save the damsel in distress. This is just such a odd part. Googles. He's coming out of nowhere to help. Like he's been chilling in his cave the whole time waiting for something to happen. Basically, you gotta get him out of the way. And these guys are strong enough, you can just go up to anybody and attack them, and you got a good chance of beating them right off the bat. Green little animals, they attack pretty dang hard. And you get extra items and whatnot, and money that carry over to your characters. Basically all you gotta do is get to the main bad guy down there. Now one might make it to Locke, but Locke will have a group of Meagles with him, so it won't matter too much. And this so-called boss ain't much of a boss either. I mean, yes, that guy just died, but he can definitely survive without having both of them, or having one of them down. Yay, and it's already over. And granted, back in the day, I actually lost that fight. I wasn't quite sure how to do things. I went by myself, basically, and got annihilated. I can't even imagine how she feels because she doesn't know anything, but like all these people are trying to attack her and kidnap her. And the cool thing here about Locke is he's not even like hitting her or anything. He just feels obligated to help her because she's in trouble. I agree, he may find her attractive, but as far as I've played into it, it never comes up that way. He just simply wants to help her. I didn't know about this until a few playthroughs, but if you come in here, these rooms have chests in them, so you can get a few extra items. I know it sounds weird, but always check trash cans and bookshelves and whatnot, because sometimes they do have hidden items. Oh my goodness, get out of my way. I mean, if you're really desperate to know how to play an RPG because it's your first time or anything, you can talk to all these guys and they give you like little tidbits, but it's nothing major that's gonna change the way you play a game or anything. I think like a random save point here, but we're about to walk out of town. See? Check every pot and every shelf, and you tend to pick up stuff. Alright, you got a monster in a box. For a random battle. Guess I'm not gonna save here, because I can simply just go outside and save. But we ain't got far to go, so, and the enemies are not hard at all. Go from mountains to forest to desert in like 3 seconds flat. If the layout of my land was like that, I'd be kind of alarmed. And I see these enemies that were not hard at all. I'll fight a couple more just to get her leveled up. Now there may be some times where I won't progress the story, but I will grind without recording. Just because sometimes people don't like to watch someone grind for like an hour. I mean, it's boring to me to grind, but sometimes you have to do it that way. You can not have too much of a handicap when you go fight bosses and whatnot. But I will let people know when I start a new recording if I've done grinding or not. That way you can tell the difference. Scorpions have got a little bit of a meaner kick than other enemies. Gives a good amount of experience points though. Ooh, see, that was a nice little boom boomer. Just like 300. Game about 50. 6 more fights. Yeah, such the kind of guy that's always want to get that one more fight in kind of thing. It's not the best habit to have. We'll do a few more fights. The classic RPG stance of walking around to get fights. Oof. So have fireworks against scorpions. Ooh. That was a nice hit. Almost too much magic though. And yes, with lock, of course, you can still you don't get too much from these people. I mean, once in a while you maybe get a potion or whatnot, but nothing like it's gonna be game changing at this point. And don't be afraid to run down her MP for the most part, because once you get to that city right there, you will be healed and be able to save and whatnot. So it's kind of a good spot to level up a little bit if you got the time. I mean, don't spend like 3 hours here, because maybe like really OP for the next portion of the game. That could be fun sometimes, but not always. So maybe 3 or 4 more fights and we should be good. If I can get into a fight. There we go. Ooh, primitive. Preemptive, I should say. I had no idea what that meant when I was younger. Then I was like, oh, it means you get to attack first. You always get a substantial amount of money for all these fights, so if there's any equipment you want to buy, you'd be good to go for this part. Now this was a good time to do magic. And each one should only have to take maybe 1 hit from each of us. Yep, there we go. Oh, that's so close. We'll go ahead and heal her just to be safe. Because if we get a scorpion fight again, 2 hits from them and she might be down. I'm not gonna waste a phoenix down in a random fight with a scorpion. Yeah. Oh man, 50 more points. Might as well do her too. Oh, it had to be this. It had to be one of these. Might give me the 51 experience points I need. There we go. So we're now level 8 and level 7. And we got almost 7,000 gil. So that's a good little run there. So I'll show you what the town looks like. So at the castle, I'm going to go ahead and save. So that's it for the first video of our Final Fantasy VI playthrough. This has been just Steve, and this has been Whatever Entertainment. And remember, whatever happens, we fight together. I will see you guys next time. Peace.